Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. So I'm pretty excited today. We're back out in the barn. We're going to start a new project. It's actually a project that I was planning on doing this winter. We are going to do these light upgrade. Really excited about it. When I was doing some welding on my brush cart of my tractor and I was set up in the middle here where I'm standing, it looks pretty bright right now, but when you're down with the welding hood, and it just was hard to see what I was doing. So with the barn being so dark because there's no reflective surface on the walls, no reflective surface on the ceiling, and a dirt floor, the light just kind of gets absorbed. So these lights I have right here are twice as powerful as these ones. These are I think 5,000 lumen. These ones are 10,000. The one behind me is actually one of the new ones. So I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but I also have more of them. So the plan is, I'll take you back here. So I got toolbox. I got this fixture here. We're gonna put one in this bay here of the toolbox. We're gonna do one above this workbench. Then we're gonna do one here above this workbench. We're gonna do another one here above the workbench. And then we're gonna do one center of this bay. And then down the center here, we're gonna do one in the center of each one of these kind of areas here. I got 9 total, so that'll light this up. And then I'm gonna take some of these ones that I already have. I'm gonna move that one more centered in this area, and then I'm gonna add 2 more over behind the staircase there where those shelves are, and those will be the lighter ones. And then the 4 I have left over after doing that will end up going up in the hay loft. So today the plan is just to kind of get a layout, get my hooks up, get the new fixtures hung where they're going to go, and hopefully find out where I'm going to route my conduit and kind of come up with a plan for switching. I'm not 100% sure on what I want to do yet. I don't want to just hit one switch and have everything turn on if all we're doing is coming in to, load up the gator for chores in the morning, or just grab the tractor, or if I'm just coming in to grab a couple tools. I don't want to have all the lights burning at once. Dana suggested having each base, like the center section here, would be one switch. The section with the workbenches and stuff would be another switch. And then the section with the shelves would be another switch. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, because then I think I'd end up turning on, if I'm coming in here to grab tools or stuff, I end up turning on the middle bay, then I'll end up turning on that whole bay just to go get tools and access shelves. And if I need to get material, then I'm turning on that whole bay. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to switch it yet, but we'll come up with a plan. First step would be to get the gator and the tractor out of the way, open up the center section, and then I want to get my heater going, because it's, according to my truck, it's 14 degrees. When I came out this morning to do chores, it said, the weather app said 17 degrees with a -1 wind chill. So it's cold. I'd like to get the heat going. With the heat going, it's insanely loud. So once I start going on the project, you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I'll do what I can to explain. Here's basically the measurements. The total barn length was 489 inches. I have 4 lights, but I'm going to have 5 spaces. But I'm going to divide this 489 divided by 4, which equals 120. Then I can take that 120, divide that by 2, and that gives me 60 inches. So my first light will start roughly 60 inches in from the wall to about center of the light. And then from there, from center of the light to center of the next light will be 120 inches, then 120 inches, then 120 inches, then another 60 from center to end. And that'll give me somewhat of an even spacing. And then to hang these, I'm just installing some eye hooks. So I'll drill a small little hole, and I just take a screwdriver, put it through the hole, and use a screwdriver to twist it in. And then I also have some S hooks, and I'll hook those through the eye hole and through the chain that came with the fixture. And I'm going to try to keep those up as high as I can, just to give me as much height, because the ceiling's kind of low for a workshop. So I have this 4x4 screwed up to the ceiling here, and I used that to lift and unload things before I had my loader. So I'd, if I had something in my truck, I'd back it in, and I had a winch set up with a pulley and a chain, so I could pick the stuff up and then set it back down. Now that I got the tractor, I don't use this anymore. Plus, it's probably not a good idea to put all that weight on the hayloft floor anyway. So we're gonna take this down because it's in my way of my next anchor, which goes right there. So what I'm doing to get these things ready to hang is just taking one of the S hooks and putting it through one of the holes in the fixture. Squish it down. Take my chain, put through the other half of the S hook. Squish that down. And then I test fit one before, and it seems like 4 links is going to keep me up as high as I can and still reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break this chain link open. Take that link out. Discard it. One more S hook. Hook onto the chain. And pinch that side shut, leaving the other side open, so that way when I go to hang it, I can put that through the eye hook, and then I can just pinch that shut up high. These did come with their own hooks here, right here, but I wanted to go with something just a little heavier, and something that I could easily pinch shut. That way, if they get bumped or whatever as I'm working, they can't come unhooked like that could. It's probably unlikely that it would on this, but I'd rather have the extra added protection. Well, we got all the lights in the middle row hung, and where they're gonna be, I just gotta decide if when I pipe it, if I'm gonna do an outlet for each individual light, or if I'm gonna just put one in the middle and string both cords over. I have it set up to do the one in the middle. Unfortunately, the way the joists work out, it's not exactly in the middle, but hopefully it'll be close enough to work. I think that's probably the way I'm gonna go, is just set one here and then set one in between the two far ones, and that'll save on boxes and outlets. And then it'll end up being a three-way. I don't know if you can see the box down there in the column. It'll be a three-way like it is right now, with a switch here, and then I got a switch right next to that column. But that the center section will be a three-way. The rest of everything else will just be a single switch. So the next thing we need to do is figure out the 5 lights in this bay. Shouldn't be too bad. So we got the rest of the new bright lights up. I got the one here. I got two right there that are actually lit. You get a sneak peek of what it's going to look like there. Got another one right here, and another one down on the far end there. I am really excited after seeing how bright these two in the center here are, and just the difference it made there. Having 7 more of them is going to be just amazing. Well, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. This is just the beginning of this project. Like I said before, we still gotta figure out how we're gonna switch it all and how I'm gonna run my conduits and all that kind of good stuff. So lots to look forward to. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.